Will Dick Grayson's battle with the Blüdhaven Police Department end up transforming the city forever? Well, let's hop into the pages of Nightwing issue number 94 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up from where the last few issues left off, Dick and Barbara had managed to out the majority of the dirty cops in Blüdhaven. The sad truth is that it just happened to make up most of the force. Now the Attorney General is getting involved and has started rattling a bunch of cages. She puts the fear of God into these bent cops by telling them that they can either turn on their boss, or get rushed off to one of Blüdhaven's very fine prison facilities, which are probably some of the most underfunded, underwatched in the entire country. Now, Corrupt Klain actually ends up getting a tip-off from Mayor Zucco saying that the federal agents will be there to pick him up in about 20 minutes, so he better run. A ticket is waiting for him at the airport, and as added security, he should bring with him Blockbuster spreadsheets. What are those? Well, basically, it's a black book containing every one of Roland Desmond's bribes, dirty deals, contract kills. Basically a treasure trove of secret info that could take Blockbuster down once and for all should Nightwing and his allies manage to get it, and that's absolutely the plan. Nightwing, making use of his brand new wing suit, swoops on down and manages to take out McClane's Outriders before getting into a huge high-speed chase with the Commissioner. Dick has to sacrifice one of the motorcycles, but admittedly it's a small price to pay in order to get McClane, who Dick admits he hates probably more than he actively hates Blockbuster. Roland Desmond, after all, is just a thug. He never claimed to be anything but what he was. McClane, on the other hand, hid behind a badge. He was supposed to be keeping the peace, protecting and serving, but he sold his soul for a few bucks. In fact, in McClane, we can see pretty much everything that is wrong with Blüdhaven, unlike Gotham City, where everything is corrupt from the bottom up. Here in Blüdhaven, everything is corrupt from the top down. With all the newly discovered evidence, the feds have everything they need to put McClane away forever. Of course, the big question is now, who are they going to bring in to replace him and actually try and get some real law and order in this city for a change? Well, the answer to that question may actually surprise you. The new commissioner of Blüdhaven turns out to be Maggie Sawyer. Yeah, that's right, from the Superman books. I'm as shocked as you. I mean, I guess she wasn't doing anything, so why not bring her over here and make her a supporting character? In fact, it only makes more sense when we stop and consider that Tom Taylor is writing the other big Superman book right now, so bringing in another crossover with Superman is a good idea. Taking down McClane is only the tip of the iceberg, too. Now that Nightwing and Oracle have all this information about Blockbuster's organization, they can finally start dismantling it piece by piece. Of course, Roland refuses to go down without a fight, and now that he feels the walls closing in around him, he's starting to get really paranoid. He jumps to the conclusion that there must be a rat in his organization because, well, there is. Only in his anger and rage, he ends up lashing out at the wrong person, not at Mayor Zucco, but instead on Electrocutioner. In fact, at first, Melinda is terrified to return home to see Blockbuster sitting with her mother, only here's the thing, Blockbuster actually thinks Mayor Zucco is one of the few people he can trust. After all, she comes from a good family, a good stock. The Zuccos ain't no rats, never have been, never would be. But hey, you know, these costume guys, can't trust him at all. That's why I'm gonna cut Electrocutioner into a bunch of little pieces and send them off to Dick Grayson, because really this is his fault, right? Everything went bad once he came back to town. Melinda tries to act quick and save the life of Electrocutioner by calling in Nightwing, only here's the problem, though. Electrocutioner so desperately wishes to save his own skin, he attacks the mayor and rats her out to Blockbuster in hopes that it'll get him back into his good graces. That means as the comic comes to a close, Dick's half-sister is at the mercy of one of his greatest foes. And so that was Nightwing issue number 94, everyone. Another solid issue from Tom Taylor and Company, one that also promises some rather interesting new character dynamics to come. With Maggie Sawyer being brought in to actually clean up the BPD, you have to wonder, are we actually going to see a Blüdhaven clean up its act? I've said it before, but it bears repeating. It's fun to see a hero like Nightwing actually try and attack the root causes of crime and corruption instead of just beating up muggers and bank robbers every week. Of course, even after Dick deals with the likes of Blockbuster, there's still always the threat of Heartless and other assorted colorful supervillains hanging out in the background. This issue also kind of seeks to promise that Dick and Barbara will be continuing to explore and deepen their own romantic relationship, which is always interesting. Even if the cynical part of me refuses to hold my breath because I know full well they fall in love and fall out of love so frequently. A new Crisis story also kicked off as well too, so Lord only knows what the world is gonna look like at the end of Dark Crisis. All that being said though, I would give this one a very positive 8 out of 10. Always a good read, always worth my time.
Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.